Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back with a mystery block. This is going to be block number 15. That means the next video we will be putting some more blocks together. We did that once after block number 10 and we're going to do it again. I'm running out of bigger scraps. You know, I have a lot of strips, and things like that, but pieces, I don't have so much. I have plenty of remnants, but those get cut into the piles that go for my scrap packs that I sell. This was one of my scrap packs. I've done a couple projects with it, and this is what I have left, so it's still like some little bars or bricks, things like that. But I have a few bigger pieces, so I'm going to be using those. Mystery quilt block. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a playlist link in the description of this video. I just sit down and I put a scrap block together without any plan whatsoever. I give you the measurements in case you want to do what I just did. I also have scrap packs in my eBay store. Go check them out. I will give you the link that goes directly to scrap packs. And I also give the link to my actual eBay store, so go to the description of this video and you'll find all kinds of stuff that you will like. All right, let's get started. I think maybe we'll make a big block. Oh yeah, this was a trimming that I did when I used a scrap pack for a project. So this will actually go in the crumb box that I have because that's a very good crumb. I could use it, but I think I like it better for crumbs. So let me just measure this and we'll just go with it. This is 4.5 by 8. So get a piece 4.5 by 8. And then I have some strips next to me. I could do this. I could do this. I have a lot of strips next to me. Let's see. Oh, I kind of like the purple there. I have so many options. I'm going to go with this aqua, and this I know is 2.5 inches wide. So you want a strip 2.5 inches wide. I'm just taking care of that selvage. And at least, what did we say this was? Did we say it was 8? At least, I would say at least 8.5 inches. I'm just laying down and cutting it a little bit bigger, a little bit taller this way than it needs to be. So mine is about 9. As long as it's a little bit bigger than 8.5, then we can trim. So I'm going to go here and sew. And I don't sew on camera for this series, but I do for crumb chats. I have this and I like it, and I'm just going to put it here. I'm thinking this is going to be a big block. So this is 1.5 inches wide. And it's just coming in a little bit more than 8 inches. Oh yeah, this, did I say this was 8? Oh, you know what? It's because I trimmed it to even it up. So this is now, let me back you up a little bit. This is now 7 3/4, 7.75. So my strip is 8. So if you did this and it's 8, if you want to trim it to 7 3/4, you can, or you can just leave it 8 tall or whatever you have. And I'm going to just add this piece here. I have this strip of wood grain and I kind of like that. I'm going to be putting that on the top here. I'm not sure it's really good with this, but I'm doing it. And you want it to be more than 7.5. This is 7.5. You want it to be a little bit more than 7.5, and it is 2 inches tall. Let's say it's like 2 1/8. Let's say a little tiny bit more than 2 inches this way. And I'm going to go like this. It's not quite 2 1/4, so 2 1/8, but just go with 2 if you want. Now cut 3 strips. Mine are all about 1 1/4 inches, and I cut them like 6 inches, maybe a little bit more. Go with 6. We don't need them this tall, but whatever we have left over can go in a crumb box. I'm just going to sew the 3 of those things together. We're going to make a little strip set. So 3 1¼ inch by 6, put them together. Now my idea is to have a piece going this way somewhere on this, but we have to figure out now what we're going to want above and below it, and then I will determine how much of this I want to use. So let me look for a couple of scraps. We could do something like this. It's very busy, but I like very busy. So let me figure out what I'm going to trim these 3 pieces down to, and I'll let you know. Okay, let's just start with this big piece I have here. I don't want to trim it right now. I'm going to put this, I'm not trimming it this way either. I'm going to put this, now this ended up measuring for me a little under 3 inches this way, and of course still the almost 6 inches this way. I want to straighten out this edge. No, I don't have to do that. I'm going to go like this and then I'll trim it. So, see, I'm telling you, I barely know what I'm doing. Why are you so, I don't know. I don't think you can really see what I'm doing. I'm putting this here. I'm going to have just a little bit stick out here, and I'll trim that after. And that's it, sewing right there. So I pressed, and now I'm going to trim here and here. This goes in my crumb box. Now I can determine how big of a piece I need up here. And then when I trim that, that's not wasted, that part. Do I want this? I kind of like it, and it would be the right size. I might have to trim a little bit here. Let me look for something else. I think I like this better, and then I for sure can keep this. I'll just trim it like this. Okay, so let me tell you now the size of that. Did I tell you the size of the pink thing? I don't think I did. Okay, in case I didn't, this piece at the bottom is 5 inches this way, and it was 6 3/4 this way. You could just cut 7, so you could cut, I said 5 by 7 if you want, and then you would just attach it to this piece like I did. Sorry, I really do think I didn't tell you. Okay, now this piece is, it's going to be wider than 5. Mine happens to be almost 6, and it is 4 inches tall right now. But then we're going to be trimming. So I'm still just going to put the whole piece right here, and I'm going to sew. And now I have something way too tall, and that's good, because now I get to determine, do I want those lines? Well, I can't go that low. I have to make sure I have enough here. I kind of like a lot of the green, and this kind of in the center. I don't know. I'm just doing this. I'm just flipping it right there, and I'm going to sew. Okay, this is really cool. I really like it. I don't think I'm going to add to it. That's the joy of just stopping when you're ready. I mean, it can be in any direction. I thought at first I'd like this up and down, but I'm really liking it like this. I don't know, I just really like it. Let me just tell you about what size it is. I don't know if I ever tell you. I do when we start piecing them. Oh, I needed to trim a little bit here. That's okay. I'll get to that. I'm at about 9.5 tall and about 12 inches this way. I really like it. I'll take a couple of pictures of it, or at least one. I think I take one at the end for this. You'll see it coming up. Yes, I know it drives you guys crazy, and here I am trying to pick things off. It drives some of you guys crazy that I don't have everything pre-planned, but the whole point of this series is for me to just be able to sit down and have fun. I'm in the mood to sew, and I'm going to sew, and I didn't have to plan it and, you know, try to figure out all the pieces and jot down all the sizes. So I know it's confusing when I tell you the sizes, and sometimes I forget. I even sewed and made a half square triangle for this, and I never even recorded it. I forgot to turn the camera on, And I made, let me see where it is. You know, I just made this. It was going to go in here somewhere, but I didn't do it like just with 2 squares and a line and then sew on each side and cut in half, and then you end up with 2 half-square triangles. I just did it by finding, I had a scrap that was almost triangular, and I showed you how to mark it and cut to know, and you didn't see any of that. Thank goodness, because it was a long segment. I was so glad to just put it aside. But I could have used it and just told you guys to, you know, make something or cut a piece of fabric 4 inches. I will be doing that sometimes because I do have pieces that I have made, practice pieces and stuff. And if I want to throw it into a mystery quilt block, I could, but I wouldn't be showing you what I did. But I could just tell you, you guys make any kind of square you want, or just cut a piece of fabric. So that way I can use up my stuff. All right, thank you so much for watching. The next video, we will be putting some more blocks together. I am so excited about that. I really have fun with that part. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. You'll see a close-up of this in a minute. And go check out the scrap packs. Link is in the description. Bye.